special collection, you know, adding scrap metal or adding another material. We're going to be looking at e-waste, electronic waste, going to be a big issue. Mr. Handler mentioned it about the television set switching over. E-waste is another big issue. We're going to, where's the opportunity where we can have a town-wide collection for electronic waste? Is it in the special collection in June? Do we have a standalone collection at some point? Do we have more than one? We need to work with the DPW and what's going on with that. But give the people the opportunity to properly dispose of their waste materials, whatever it may be.
Ed, on the waste paper, to get to that 20%, I mean, I'm just trying to be clear. I mean, you can only gauge it on what we have going through our recycling, right? How do you get to that figure?
You take your total figures in trash, and I can start sending you. And I'm planning. One of my goals is to send on a monthly basis statistics, the headline, not the whole spreadsheet, but the totals. You take your total trash.
Yeah.
You take your co-mingled material, your paper that's been recycled, and your trash. The total of that, and then how much paper was taken, divided. Okay. So if you had 200 tons of paper 1 month, and there was 1,000 total, you've got 20%. So that's how we have. Okay.
Well, I think there's even more good news then, because that would not take into effect the 2 recycling bins at Stop and Shop, which are full every week, and that's tons upon tons of trash. Yeah. So I mean, you know, it's actually more than 12 we're at, but we're not seeing it because it's going through the dumpster, correct? No, that's our paper because it's Boston Globes. I throw all my paper in there.
It's like what she's saying, Joe, is that it could be.
Oh, could be from Andover. You mean? Yeah.
A couple of the local businesses are supporting St. Teresa has one of those bins in their
back
parking lot.
Yeah. I know some of it's our paper. So.
I'm quite sure.
Yeah.
But you got to keep plugging at it. And people are still asking me, you know, I've been been involved with recycling since the early '90s, and I'm still getting questions whether we can recycle our cereal boxes. Yeah. You know, I'm figuring people are just getting they hadn't recycled until this month they started recycling. A whole new crop of people saying I haven't been paying attention to recycling. You can be re-educated.
Ed, a citizen contacted me with a suggestion, and I'm wondering if the recycling committee had discussed this at all, and that was that basically the individual said that occasionally people do major house cleaning, which may result in multiple barrels of trash. I'm not talking about construction, but spring cleaning, so on and so forth. Would it be possible to come down to Public Works and get a permit? Maybe you pay a fee for it, and provide some form of a sticker or something that could be used for this one-time event.
I mean, I think I think you have to be reasonable. I don't want to be saying, oh, that should be you got to recycle and what. No, I think you need to you have to accommodate people. I mean, there's always these special circumstances. First, before I go for that sticker, though, we have, thanks to Meg, we have an extensive list of agencies, places where they're looking for reasons. Using Mission of Deeds as an example, something folded. There's opportunities to get rid of that stuff without throwing it in the trash. Granted, some stuff's going to wind up as trash anyway, but you might be able to get rid of that beforehand and still come and get it. So it's not much.
Is that list posted on the website?
It's on the website. Reuse opportunities. In fact, that's one of the things we're doing right now is updating the website to make it simple, doing more facts, frequently asked questions. We're working on that. One of our new members, Joe Vick, he's in IT. He's working with Mark on that. We're going to be going. The other item I wanted to mention to you was we're going to be going for a state grant in this year. There's a workshop coming up with the DEP. A couple of years ago, we got the public area recycling bins, the green cages that you saw at the 4th of July. We need about 20 more of those. Those created such an interest that people are asking. Now, when they go to a public event, why can't we recycle? In fact, this year, the Relay for Life at the high school couldn't have recycling bins because they had already set them up for the crafts in the park down at Ipswich. good problem to have, no complaints. You know, we were scrambling with these stickers trying to get containers. The soccer program wants to buy their own so they can have them dedicated to the soccer program at McGuire and Ipswich. They're more than pay for it themselves. We figure we need at least 8 up at the baseball complex. We need them over the little store for that, for the plastics. I mean, the interest is, the interest is there. People are wanting to do it. We need to work to give them the opportunity to do it. So we're going to be going for another grant this year and getting as many of these bins. I'm going to work with Marty Tilton. There's a couple other opportunities for waste, trash, and recycling bins, see if it's something he thinks would work for Ipswich Park. Get him to get his input on it too. So, you know, this is where we're trying to expand it, where it's all gradual type stuff, you know, and I would be remiss, and, you know, before I ended, the school department, fantastic cooperation. I mean, you've heard of the eco team at the high school that started the club, but they're recycling, we're trying to get bins now in the classrooms for the plastics at the high school and the middle school. Dave Callaghan, the vice principal at the middle school, I walk in the building, and he pulls me aside, hey, I want to show you what we're doing now. You know, he's constantly looking for opportunities of where we can avoid putting trash in the dumpster. So, I mean, we're getting great cooperation across the board from the school department. I just wanted to, I mentioned it in my report for the public that in June, they did almost 9 tons of paper in June, which you'd expect cleaning it out, but they did almost 46 tons of paper in the course of the school year. So they're helping, and they're on board, and, you know, we keep checking and helping them out, and we're available. But I just wanted, you know, we're starting to see people asking us, how can I recycle more, which is a nice question to get, so why do I have to do this? You know, so.
And how much are these bins that you're talking about that you're gonna get, apply for a grant, but I mean, the ones that you already have, let's say 80/20?
It costs about $200 to $300 to do the state contract. We were able to get, and we're gonna do those again. We've got a couple other ones, but these seem to, they're durable, they're portable, and people are starting to recognize that this is a recycling bin. So I think we're gonna try to get those same ones and use those. I personally picked those beginning because I saw them on Boston Common, and I figured if they're good enough for Boston Common, they'll work at Ipswich Park. You know, that's what I thought. So we're gonna go for that. In fact, I was also told that we may be able to get some of the ones that weren't claimed on grants last year might be available at discount. So I'm gonna try to do that too. So,
You know, it's obvious, those are very much worthwhile, because I've heard the same thing at public events, you know, how come we can't recycle? And again, people are really conscious of it, which is a good thing.
they make an impact.
Yeah.
The Labor Day tournament last year, we put those out I became the recycling coordinator for the soccer tournament by default. And as I brought those over to McGuire, the comment was, yo, Ed, what are you gonna do with those squirrel traps? Well, on Monday, we had pulled 15 55-gallon bags of cans and bottles that didn't go in the trash, and that the only reason they were emptying the trash, and your son was over there doing duty, the only reason they had to empty the trash was to control the bees going after the slush. They weren't full. They were taking half-empty bags out of the trash bins. And the soccer people, I couldn't believe the impact. Normally, you know, on Monday morning on Labor Day, there's like the things like an ice cream cone, bags everywhere around the dumpster. They just filled with one dumpster. So, it does have an impact, and people are seeing it and going, why can't we do more? So, and we get people up at baseball willing to say, I'll help you out in the baseball. So, people
Great spot for it. You take a look at any barrel down there, look at it, it's all over there.
I used to coach
Plastic,
Little League, yeah.
plastic ball.
Yep, so, we're working on it.
But I was just thinking, you know, if the grants don't come through, I mean, obviously, I think it's a worthwhile investment. So maybe we should start factoring the purchase of some of these things into
I'll look
solid
into it
waste.
with the state and see what's, I need to contact the person at the state, and I'll look into see what the cost is. Because a lot of times the state, what they do is they're gonna go out, they're gonna make a purchase, and we'll get an email. We have a membership with Mass Recycle. And so the state communicates to the municipalities through this, it's a listserv. We're going out, you wanna buy bins, do you need more bins, we're gonna go make a purchase. You can jump in on that. So whether it's these stickers, or the bins, or whatever, so we get the word of what's happening. I get those emails, Meg gets them, and I think Dave gets them too. So
Just in relation to the entire solid waste budget, it's not an awful lot. And, I don't know if we have that much wiggle room to just in purchasing some more.
I'd like to help out, one thing I wanna do is help out the parks, and I need to talk to Dave Hanlon, talking to Marty the other night, just how can we support the parks, Marty Tilden's operation, to foster recycling in that area, whether it's by giving them bags, the various supplies. I think we could spend a little bit of money, and I really mean it, I call it the building 19 approach, we don't need the big fancy stuff, just get the basic stuff, and we get it, and we can make a big impact, when people wanna do it, so.
This is the rest of it.
Yes.
I'd like to see, recycling bins made available to the public, because in this day and age, only a couple people are going to take the bins to town hall. So I would just like to see that. I wish they were at the DPW when they have all their news or whatever.
The DPW isn't formally open though during those hours either, right?
We'd have to check and see what we have to staff. Generally, everyone that's there is out.
Well, we may be talking about different town hall hours and before we get through this budget cycle, so, there may be some changes coming there that might help people.
That's what I have, it's good news, we're happy, we're kind of feeling good about ourselves.
You should.
You should.
Feel real good about yourselves.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I'm very
Sure.
glad that you reinstate the 30-gallon trash containers. That was replaced years ago. Get 20 gallons, well, up to you. So I knew this 30 gallons. People putting up
One last, let me make one last point going forward. If people have questions, you might be able to, about recycling, they should come to us. We have the email through the town, recycle@North Reading, it's on the website. I would direct people there, that comes into the DPW, and if Mark, Clark, or Dave doesn't have the immediate answer, it gets forwarded to us, and we'll track that down, so, it could be something to facilitate a quicker response, and if you need be, you all have my email now, so.
All right, so for people listening, if they need to contact
Any questions
Recycling
about
Committee, it's
recycling?
recycle@northreading.gov.
NorthReading.gov. Yep.
Yes, Joe.
Mr. Valiakonis, because I don't know, do we have a dispatcher all the time at the DPW garage? Because I really think this is a good idea, but if we have someone there all day during the day.
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh, okay.
Not that I'm aware of. I know that when the recycling center is open, we do provide staffing at busy times, and perhaps we can
Yeah.
have bins, other bins available during those periods, but I'll touch base with the
Yeah.
Public Works Director and see what
Yeah,
he's.
because I know down in Reading, they have them right at the town garage. But they do have a full-time person that's their dispatcher, answers the phones, et cetera. I mean, that's what it would need, but, because it does seem a little redundant to be lugging them up here if they could just drive down there. But they're gonna have to have somebody on staff there anyways, doing other functions.
Yeah, typically, the calls for service are directed here at the town hall, so that anyone that's calling the DPW and looking
Yeah,
for
the
service.
DPW
can call here.
office is here.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, that's the same in Reading, though. The DPW office is town hall, but the garage is where they send them for the bins. But if we don't have somebody there, it wouldn't work.
We have our mechanics there, but I don't
Yeah.
wanna get into our mechanics.
Yeah, no.
Not a good place.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next item on our agenda are the minutes of June 30th, regular session. Michael?
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the June 3rd, 2008 regular minutes as written.
Second.
Motion made by Mr. Harris, second by Mr. O'Leary. Discussion?
Just,
Mr. Delaney?
on page 3 of the insurance, I think it's still worded, it's the correct word, where it says totally.